I noticed some things on this front porch that I thought I'd probably do different, and thought I'd make a video showing some changes. First thing I did was I made a new column. These columns are made from countertops, and this is a geometric shape up here, but the bottom part is made from countertops. And there's nothing really wrong with that. And in fact, there's some potential advantages. Countertops can have moldings on them. You could have used a soffit here. Soffits also have moldings. What I did was I just created a polyline solid, and then I put a molding profile, just a square molding profile on top, and applied this this molding. And you'll notice that I'll open this up, and you can see the profile I used is what I call a brick sill. I use it for brick walls where a window needs a sill on the exterior. It's one use anyway, but I think it looks better because this is probably how it will be built. If you have a column like this, your brick mason will slope the top so the water runs off. It's just something small that makes these columns look better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the molding, I'm going to select this bottom part, and I'm going to select this top part, and I'm going to come up here and make it an architectural block. And then while it's still selected, I'm going to convert selected to symbol. And it's going to be a millwork, add to library, show advanced options, and I'm just going to name it so I'll know what it looks like, a little bit of a description. And everything else I'll just leave the same. And then you can see it immediately thinks I want to place one, so I'll place one right here. And so that's now a symbol. It's not something that you can undo. But this one is. I can explode this. It's just an architectural block. I can explode it and make changes, do whatever I want to with it. And then I can make after I've made changes, I can make another symbol if I want to. So I'm going to select these both and just delete them. And then I'm going to come over here and I've already exploded this one because I used some of the top part of it. But I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to select all these. And I'm going to delete them. And I'm going to delete this countertop up here that's used for a beam. We're going to go back over here and plan. Now notice right here at this end, I don't know what this is or why it's there. But I'm going to click the wall tool up here. I'm going to zoom back out, and I'm going to shift select these walls and click delete. I'm going to shift select again and try to delete. Well, it's kind of odd that I can't. I'm going to do the same thing up here. Select the wall tool, shift, and then delete. Go back down. Okay, that seems to have, don't know why that was showing up like that, but that seems to have fixed it. So then I'm going to take the, let's see, there's again a little wall sticking out there. It's probably because you have different wall types. This is a siding wall in the front and brick wall on the side, I think. Anyway, I'm just going to pick the room divider tool. Come over here and pick up something close to this corner. Come out here, down, and over. And this was 7 feet before, so I'll make it 7 feet again. I'll make it a porch. I remembered that. Okay. I know you had a floor. Looks like it kept that, so okay, let's go back over here and see. Oh, maybe not. You probably don't want a foam underlay. I'm not really sure why you have a concrete floor over a concrete slab, but I'll put a different color on it so we can see. And while I'm thinking about it, I noticed your foundation level doesn't look right. I noticed a couple walls here that are set as foundation walls, and you've got some of it on slab, some of it not. And so I'm going to go up here, build foundation, turn on automatic rebuild foundation, leave everything the defaults and say OK. When that rebuilds, that looks a little better. Now I'm not sure why you've got these footings here, but I have a feeling that's probably what you want. I've had this happen before too. All of a sudden it decides it's nighttime. So I'm going to close this and reopen. Alright. So let's see, while I'm here, I'm going to turn off shadows, and I'm going to turn on toggle edge smoothing when idle. And that just sharpens up the drawing a little bit, and it doesn't impact performance because it doesn't do anything until the program's idle. So back to plan. Alright, I'm gonna click the wall tool again, shift select these walls here in the front, and I'm going to center those. Alright, then I'm gonna open this front wall, and we're gonna make it a railing, not invisible, and I want it post a beam. I don't need any of these things. Mills and balusters. I'm gonna make these I don't know, whatever your column's gonna be, 24 inches. And then I'm gonna go over here to the library, User catalog. Here's the column I made. Brick base, tapered top. Say OK. Say OK. And then you can see it automatically put those columns in for me. And there's what they look like. So everything's aligned, everything's clean, just where it's supposed to be. Now with these big old wide columns, they stick over. And I'm not sure if you want them to stick over. Sometimes people let them stick over and then the column goes down into the ground. Sometimes you need to pull this floor out. So I'm going to go over here to wall types, define, I'll make a copy, and I'm going to call it porch rail wall. And I'm going to come down here where it says foundation offset. I'm going to add maybe 10 inches. And I was expecting that to go all the way down instead of right there at the corner and at that corner. Let's try increasing this to, I don't know, 16 inches and see what that does. Nope. Control Z. Oh, there we go. I need a minus. So we'll try minus 10. All right, that's sort of equal distance overlap over here on the side and here in the front. And then for this floor structure, you probably want to use a floor material region to replace this floor and bring it out here if that's what you want. If you want to change the beam, you go to rails, beam, you can adjust the size of the beam up or down. And we need to get rid of a couple of these columns. So I'm just going to grab a doorway. And when you stick a doorway in in a, I'll find the center right there, stick my doorway in. Doorways are kind of magic when they go on a railing wall because they don't behave like a regular doorway. I don't know what your settings were. I'm just going to move this back a little bit. And then we'll open the wall. And I'm going to increase the spacing to maybe 120. Yeah, there we go. So that's just one way to sort of automate building this railing wall. That way everything's in alignment. I noticed that some of these columns were not aligned in your plan that you posted. You can select that door, that doorway. It's pretty close to being centered, but I'm going to center it on that. Let's make it 120. You notice these columns on either side expanded. All right, back to this roof real quick. I keep seeing this. You can see that you can see the sheathing in this crack right here, and what that means is this roof plane down here is not up against this wall. So if we go back over here and plan, here's the hole, and you can zoom in down here, and you can see that it's out away from the edge of the wall. So I'm just going to take this and snap it up against there. Then we go back up here and look, and it's nice and tight. Build for material region. You can do this better in plan, be more accurate with it. But there you go. Alright, this brick looks terrible. I think. I'm going to grab this adjust material definition tool, click on that, and it's this bump map. I'm just going to delete it. Maybe that looks better, maybe not. I think it looks a lot better. Alright, you've got some problems here with this this porch roof, porch ceiling what it looks like is the ceiling's too high or the roof's too low. Anyway, I hope that helps somebody.